Sabrina sits here in fear for her son Maurice's life. You see, over the last 4 years, his girlfriend Carly has been arrested over 6 times for abuse. And Sabrina wants her son to leave her because of her behavior. Sabrina, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, Robert, is that she's going to get my son killed. She's pulled knives on him, charged him with knives on occasion, and she's kicked holes in my walls and broken doors, and I'm just tired.
So do they live with you?
Yeah, they live with me. They live in my house.
So why are you allowing the A to live at your house, but B for this behavior to go on?
I'm going to be honest with you. The only reason why Carly's living in my home is because she has children with my son. Other than that, she couldn't be in my house.
Okay, how many children?
She has 2 boys with my son.
So how was Carly hurt your relationship, your marriage?
Well, my husband's left because of Carly. He said to me, he said that she either go or I go. But she was pregnant during the time. So, of course, I wasn't going to put her out homeless with a baby up in her.
But you
I put her before my marriage. Yes, I did.
Oh. Maurice, has he been in violent relationships or physically violent relationships before?
Never in the past. Maurice has always been in relationships with good girls. This girl here is something totally different. She's a special kind. He wants to marry her, and I'm saying you cannot marry the criminally insane.
So do you think Maurice controls Carly?
Well, he has to at times because she's a loose cannon. You never know what she's going to do. You know, she's here, she's there, she cheats with different friends of his. Yes, she's treated with both.
What do you mean she cheats with?
She slept with 2 of his friends. Yeah, she slept with his friends.
Tell me something. I've got in my notes here that your son was shot at.
Oh, yeah. Not because she didn't have it done, but more or less what she did was complained and lied about some things that were going on. So somebody, a member of her family or a friend or someone got upset, and they shot at my son.
So why won't Maurice leave?
That's a good question. I don't know, because she's a beautiful girl. And I think he's more or less
doesn't sound very beautiful to me.
Well, as far as physical appearance.
Okay.
He has the kids with her, and Maurice's thing is this. He's always wanted to keep kids together with their whole family.
Okay.
He wants to keep them intact, considering that I was a single mom.
Cute. Wow. Well, I think it's time to meet Carly. Come on out, Carly.
Please mind your business.
Let me explain something.
Shut up.
Let me explain something.
What do
You stay in my house. You stay in my house. You
What do
stay
you
in my
gotta
house.
explain?
Anything that you do affects me. You stay in my house, so everything you do in my house is my business, and you don't pay no bill.
You have been arrested 10 times, right? Look at this. These are mugshots. That's only 6, but 10 times, right?
Those are beautiful. I feel like those are beautiful.
You feel them beautiful? Mm-hmm. You're proud of those, right?
Yeah.
Why are you so proud of those?
And because some of those times, I was defending myself from him. Other times I went because I had warrants. I mean, I was bound to go to jail anyway. But
why? For what? Warrants for what?
Domestics.
You have 2 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think this is funny?
You know what? You got a lot of nerves to sit here and smirk like this is something funny. Okay? That's my son. That's who he stopped going to school to take care of me. So of course I'm gonna have his back. You understand what I'm saying? You can either get it together or you can get out my house. This is the last straw. And then he got the nerve to be talking about moving in with you.
He can do that if he wants to. It's his choice.
Guess what? I'm going to do everything I can to be a hindrance to that. Because he deserves better.
Go ahead.
He deserves better.
Haven't you slept with 2 of his friends?
Yep.
So why is he still with you?
Because at the end of the day, he did some stuff to hurt me, so I did it in retaliation to hurt him.
And you don't have any remorse, or you think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny, but
why are you sitting there saying, "Oh, they're pretty photos"? Because how old are your kids?
2 and 1.
2 and 1. Mm-hmm. Do you want to see those kids?
Yeah.
If you keep doing this and the behavior you have, you're not going to see those kids because you can't see those kids from right there. That's not going to do it. And you are. Let me tell you. You are 20 years old. Mm-hmm. You have looks now. You're pretty. But guess what? Looks fade really quick, especially in prison. That. Oh, no?
I've been abused in my past before. So,
okay.
I mean.
By who?
By family members.
Okay.
by
So
different people.
that's why you have the anger and you go after people? Is that why you get arrested? Is that why you do the things you do?
I have a lot of anger because of my mom being gone, for one.
So tell me, your mom passed away when you were 15, right?
Yeah.
What happened there? How did she pass away?
She had heart problems.
Okay, so you blame your mom? Sit over here. You blame what?
I don't know. I just miss my mom.
Okay. So you're angry.
Yeah.
Your mom didn't choose to die, right?
No.
But you choose to do the things you do, okay? Do you fight?
I fight.
Why do you fight with Sabrina?
I mean, there's been times where I didn't like the way she came at me, or I came at her in the wrong way, and we just kind of things escalated, and we argued about that. And yeah, I've been kicked out of her house before, but I mean, it's not like I don't appreciate her accepting me back into her house whenever I needed it.
But you act differently with your actions, right?
Yeah.
So what is causing those actions? You fight. You've made a lot of bad choices, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what Maurice has to say here. Maurice, coming out. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. So, what's going on?
Okay. Basically, me and her relationship is more of a physical and basically emotional.
So what is physical? You mean sexual?
Okay. No. Okay, if we arguing about something that I want to know about, so far as who may you be talking to, or where you may be going, and stuff like that, because I want to know these type of things so I can know what I'm getting myself into. So we don't have to argue about it. So she'll get angry about it. She'll try to, walk off or something like that, but when you walk off from me, I get angry. I want you to hear me and look at me when I'm talking to you. It's like I'm talking to you, looking at you. So I try to grab her or something like that, then it end up turning physical. My mama get involved in it. Basically say, oh, well, if y'all gonna be fighting in my house, both of y'all can get out. And what I do is I always tell my mama, like, mama, mind your business, mind your business, mind your business. But I can't be mad at my mom for saying that, because at the end of the day, it is her house. And on top of that, I'm staying there, but then I also bring extra luggage with me.
Which you guys done put me in the hospital. And
What do you mean by
I have a pacemaker.
Okay.
My blood pressure over the year of time, 1 year that she stayed with me, escalated to the point where I ended up with enlargement in my heart. And I had to have a pacemaker. And even with me having this pacemaker, you guys continue and continue and continue to fight. You know, I have children at home. I have one that's still in high school that's trying to make something of his life. He's trying to do something. He can't sleep because of the fighting. I need you to get up and get some jobs. You know, I'm financially supporting you both. It's nothing that I can continue to do. I'm now disabled. You know, I can't continue to take care of the both of you guys.
After the break,
I said, wash the dishes, clean up behind yourself. And I went to talk to her about it, and she threw her hand up in my face. And before I knew it, I went upside her head. You know, it was just like a jerk response. And then she wants to call him in the middle of it. Oh, Maurice, your mom put your hands on me. And I looked at him, I was like, come on, Eve, you come over here, you get some of this too.
stay tuned.
23, you don't have a job? Why?
I had a job, but then what happened was my hospital records, I had got shot. And due to the fact of me getting shot, the way my bone is set up in my foot, I cannot lift heavy objects. And those type of jobs I want to work. I want to work into factory jobs.
And he's a mechanic by nature. Nobody's ever schooled him or taught him. So he can do odds and ends.
So you can't sit and fix or bend over and tinker with cars or trucks or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing to do with your foot, right?
Nothing to do with my foot.
All right, so show me your hands.
Not a callus.
Yeah, not a callus on your hands. Not one. Why do you keep putting your head down? Why do you look at the floor?
Because she don't want to work. She don't want to work, and she don't want to clean.
Why don't you work? Why don't you work?
Be honest, I worked a couple jobs before.
1 week.
Okay.
Yeah. They
1
at least
week.
lasted 1 week, but
So what do you do all day if you don't work? You argue all day.
Not all day.
Not all
See,
day.
like,
Just 85% of the time.
Did you finish school?
No.
Why?
Because when I was 17, I got pregnant with my first son, and then after that, I didn't.
And guess what? I
Your
encouraged
son?
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I encouraged her, and I told her, go back to school. I will watch the kids. I'm at home anyway. I will watch the kids while you go to school. But if you're going, she tried to go. But school, when she went to school, she spent more time out on the parking lot than she did in the classroom. So one day, I'm sitting in the kitchen, and I'm on her about, at least if you're not going to do anything, get up and help me around the house. I need this help. You know, get up and help me. So I bugged her. She had come into the kitchen and cooked. I said, wash your dishes, clean up behind yourself. And I went to talk to her about it, and she threw her hand up in my face. And before I knew it, I went upside her head. You know, it was just like a jerk response. And then she wants to call him in the middle of it. Oh, Marisha, Mom, put your hands on me. And I looked at him. I was like, come on, Eve. You come over here, you get some of this, too. You know, I'm tired. I'm tired now. I'm in my older years. You know, I'm getting older. I need to relax. I want to just be grandma. Y'all need to raise your kids. And in order to do that, you got to get yourself together.
You have 2 kids responsible for it, right? You're responsible. You decided to get pregnant together, whether it was an accident or whatever. You decided together. Now you have the consequences. And the consequences of that are bringing those kids up in the right way, nurturing, loving, teaching, educating, and you're not going to do that by fighting and pulling knives and being arrested. Because if that's what you want, then kids are going to be gone. They will be in foster parents or adopted by somebody because they will be taken away from you. That's the reality. Because your behavior is showing you're not fit parents. Do you understand that? Good. So for you, get off your ass and get a job and start paying bills and supporting what you should be doing. You, if you need help, get it. If you need help to get somebody to help you go to school, I will help you find somebody. But you've got to commit to it, not me, because I'm not the person doing it. You are. Don't accept any more garbage. If you do, throw them out.
Yes.
Because if you don't do that, they're never going to learn. And you're going to have a very, very hard time.
So this is my thing today. Today is it. Okay? I'm letting you guys know that I really want you guys to get it together, but if you go home with the same attitude, you're out the door.
She's already paid the price of a marriage, health. Now it's up to you guys. Good luck. Stay with us. We'll be right back. You cannot. Coming up. How did you find out you had a brother?
I found him.
What do you mean you found him?
He was in the bathroom, a little tiny doll-sized baby, and I asked if I could keep it. I wanted to play Tea Party with it.
Question, who is that one person that you trust the most in the world? How many people without hesitation would say their mother? But what happens when you find out that everything your mother has told you over all these years is a complete lie? That's what happened to our next guest today. Welcome, Catherine and Kalika. Catherine, how old were you when you realized your mom was lying and what she was lying about?
Robert, I was 11 years old when I found out that my mom was lying about being pregnant. And I had accidentally overheard the conversation with her friend. And then, I was like, no, I have to be a detective. I have to find out what happened. Snooped through her room, and I found an ultrasound for a baby that was due in the next month.
So she lied about that. What else did she lie about?
She's lied about knowing who was sexually abusing me for 11 years.
What?
She knew, and she acted like she didn't know.
Sexually abused by who, or was it?
A family member that I trusted. She didn't even think about it. It was just like I said, the sky is blue, and it's just like, okay, I know that. Oh, well.
And did it continue after you told her?
It continued until it got to the point where I tried to take my own life. She thought it was an argument over a high school boyfriend spending the night, but no, it was a cry for help. Like, Mommy, somebody's hurting me. You're supposed to be protecting me, but you're not.
So did you cut yourself, right?
Yeah, the scars are still here. I've chosen not to cover them up with a tattoo or plastic surgery. They're a reminder that life still goes on. I look at it as a semicolon. I could have ended life.
You're a very, very strong woman. And thanks for sharing that. Kalika, do you call your mum?
No, I definitely do not. To me, she's either Lisa or egg donor. She's never been a part of my life. I already have 3 moms because I was adopted, and I might not get along with them all the time, but they are my moms. So
Okay.
she's never.
How many times have you seen your mum?
2 times.
Wow.
After
So you were adopted when you were 13 days old.
Yes.
And how's your relationship? Are you close?
Our relationship it's never gone. Like, even though we were 1,000 miles apart, we kept in touch with little letters and
we write
postcards.
letters.
So you have other siblings. Are you as close with them?
I have 15 siblings.
Yeah, it's really blended.
I'm technically the middle
Adoption
child.
is such a great thing. I truly believe it is, and you're blessed because you have them from family.
Everything's family.
That's it. So Catherine and Kalika, take a look at this. This is your mom, right? What do you feel when you see her?
I don't feel anything because she's never been in my life, but I don't hate her. I feel sorry for her, honestly. Like, I feel bad. Like, that she's struggling so hard.
Catherine, I'm just looking at your body language, and your eyes are looking there. You glint over there, glance over there, and you go back. What are you thinking?
I have tried my hardest to hate her, but I can't. I just want answers like, why did you lie? Like, who is my father? Like, why have you been this way? Why won't you change?
So what do you mean, who's your father?
I'm the only one who knows my father. We all 6 of us have different dads.
So what is the purpose of coming here today?
It's time for her to know the truth. Like, this, you can't hide this. Stop putting Band-Aids over years of family secrets, lies, and deceit. I want to be a normal adult.
She needs to not play the victim anymore. That's the biggest thing, is she plays the victim like she doesn't think she does anything wrong.
Well, let's get some answers. Let's bring Lisa out. Come on out, Lisa. How are you? Welcome. You've been listening backstage.
Yes.
What do you think about what you just heard?
I'm just really shocked.
Shocked in what way?
Because I'm in there for Catherine.
They don't describe you as mom.
No.
Call you mom.
No, not at all.
Why? Why do you think that?
I know Catherine doesn't. And I raised her for 16 years on my own. I struggled, but I made sure that her and her other siblings had what they needed to have.
Here's a question I have. When Catherine told you that she was being sexually abused, did you do anything about it or not?
I did not know at all that it was happening because I was like, I didn't believe it, but I just didn't know.
As a parent of 2 girls, if my daughter comes to me and says, Dad, something has happened to me, the first thing I do, I call the police. Number 1. That's the first thing. Then, whether it was made up or not.
This didn't come out until the interview at the psychiatric hospital I was sent to. And when I told them, she told me I was a lie. That was the first time I came out and said something. It's like you didn't want to be a parent. It's just like you were stuck in high school, and I messed that up for you. I inconvenienced you and your life. I did not ask you to bring me here or to make me have this life.
Was your mom, Catherine, was your mom a loving parent or no?
When she wanted to be. But when it seemed like when the lies started with the secret pregnancy in 2005 and the other secret pregnancy in 2007, and just telling me that, like, the sexual abuse never happened. This was all my fault. I was the crazy one. I tried to kill myself, so I need to be controlled.
Look at these marks.
Why?
What does that say to you? Or what did it say to you when you saw this?
I just feel like
You never asked why. You never asked why she was.
Let her answer this first.
I just was like, no, Catherine, you're not going to, why are you doing this?
Isn't that a cry for help when you see that? That's telling you there is something that she has an issue with. I understand you and your mum ended your kind of relationship. We're having a big argument, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, tell me about that.
They had me on so many antidepressants, I couldn't even function. So the first chance I got, I ran away with the guy she said was my father. And found out the night before my wedding that that's not who it is.
Yes, it is. That was the only one that I was with. And you know, all these years that I have been with, I was with him, only with him.
But I can't understand how you keep all these things away from your children that have the right to know, A, who their father is, but more, all the things that you've hidden and lied about. How did you find out you had a brother?
I found him.
What do you mean you found him?
He was in the bathroom. There was this little tiny doll-sized baby. And I asked if I could keep it. I wanted to play tea party with it.
So you find a baby, a living baby.
Yeah.
You being a child, want to keep the baby, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do with the baby? Where were you?
I was there too. I gave birth to the baby. I got scared.
Okay.
But I did not leave him alone in that house.
Nobody knew where you were.
Yes, I was
So
still
when was
in
the
the
baby?
house.
So okay, you went in, you had a baby. Did you know you were pregnant? You must have, right?
At the time, I didn't.
Okay.
And I'm tired of everybody pointing fingers
Nobody's
at me.
pointing fingers. I'm trying to ascertain
can't be.
what was going on.
There can't be.
What did you do with the baby?
My grandfather took him to the hospital because, if he would have stayed there any longer, he would have died.
The baby was fine at the hospital?
He was a miracle baby. He was only 3 pounds and 3 ounces.
What happened to you? Where were you?
I was at the hospital myself.
Okay, so who took you to the hospital? You drove yourself? Or you...
No, I was taken, I think, by the ambulance. I went to the hospital immediately.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you're upset with Catherine because for 16 years you took care of her, but don't you think she has a right to be upset with you?
Yes.
Okay. So obviously the relationship between you guys is very strained. I mean, you can hear that.
Strained is an understatement.
Okay. So do you have a relationship with your son that was born in the bathroom?
No, not really.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
What did he do to you to make you hate him? Why have you always treated him like he did something to you? Like he violated you?
He's a handsome-looking fella.
He's always been where he wanted to, attack at me.
You lied to him about how he got here. His birth certificate.
What is his birth certificate?
It says he was born at the hospital.
It's just so much to listen to of pain, right, for you guys. And there's obviously a little something there, pain for you. But when was the last time, Kalika, that you saw your brother?
I haven't seen him since he was 2.
So how
I talked to him.
Was that 17, 18, 19?
19
yeah,
years.
19
He's
years?
20 now, so about 19 years.
19 years.
I haven't seen him.
All 6 of us have never been together.
No.
None of us.
Stay with us. Next, you won't believe who's here. Coming up, the baby has a name, and his name is Aaron. Please welcome Aaron. After the break. So we're here with Catherine, Kalika, who say that her mum Lisa won't be winning a Mother of the Year award anytime soon. Mum Lisa claims that she's always been a loving and caring mother, and they want to add another family member to the mix. We spoke earlier about a baby that was left in a bathtub. Well, the baby has a name, and his name is Aaron. Please welcome Aaron.
Hey guys,
Welcome, Aaron. First of all, I understand that you live with your mom, right?
Yes, sir.
And how was that?
I mean, it's like just living with somebody you really don't even know. And I try my best to be nice. I have my times where it's like I have so much built up anger. Like I understand you right about I come at you wrong and I be disrespectful you at times. But it's like if you come disrespectful and be hateful toward me, I'm gonna be the same way. That's just how it is. You gotta meet me halfway. You can't. I'm not gonna sit and kiss you.
But I'm not gonna let you talk to me any kind of way. I'm not gonna let you talk to me like I'm some child. I'm a grown up.
You didn't even treat us like your children.
I'm your mother.
So, Kalika, I gotta ask this question. You haven't seen Kalika for 19, 18 years?
Yes, sir.
How is that? I mean,
when I see my sister, I see my mom, you know. But it's like, it hurt me that none of my siblings, like none of us have been together. You know, and it's like I speak to her, but I don't know my sister. My sister's a complete stranger. So it's like when I see her, I smile, I'm happy that I to be in the presence of my sister. But it's like, okay, she's just another stranger.
Kalika, but what are you feeling right now? Obviously, emotional.
It's hard because I don't have a little brother. I don't have siblings who are close. My sister's like, yes.
You got to get up and hug her, because if you don't, I'm going to, because and you should, and you have a right to have that.
Yes. Like,
what is
they have a relationship, but I wish I had that.
Aaron, how do you feel about what happened and how you came into this world?
Well, I always wanted to know why. Like,
I was scared, okay?
I understand
But
you're
that's not
scared.
an excuse.
I mean, we all get scared. But that don't mean you bail out on your responsibility.
So you went to a foster home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long were you in that foster home?
I was back and forth between my foster parents, but my mom, she made sure that didn't happen anymore. I was like the age of 8 or 9 when my mom, she made sure that...
I got you when you were a year.
You got me when I was a year.
Yes.
I was back and forth with them, and I was enjoying it. Because it wasn't even the fact that they gave me everything I wanted. It was more the fact that I got more love from people that's not my blood than my own mama.
Catherine, you said something during the break, and I stopped you. Because it was such a pertinent question. Do you want to ask that question?
Who is my father? It's not who you told me it is.
Yes.
It is not. Just because that's the last person you were with, that is not a DNA test. I don't want anything from this man. I just want to know, oh, this is my father. And just be done with it.
You know, I've had a young lady sitting in here listening to this. Her name is Dr. Warfish. Fran Warfish is sitting here in the red. Fran, you have sat here and listened, and you're a great expert in this. Family dysfunction. What are you seeing?
This is, Lisa, a case of failed parenting, and that makes me sad. I'm sorry to say it, and I'm sure that in your early history as a child, I'm sure you were mistreated, mishandled, and it was all unfair. But you don't have any kind of a template for how to be an honest mother to these children or your other children. And every relationship, the mother-child relationship, is based on trust. So I want to tell you that by some miracle, these 3 children found their way so far. And that is something to thank God for, or thank whoever you believe in. I do have a question for all of you. Will you be able to tolerate it if your mom cannot give you what you hoped for, which is empathy, accountability, and owning up to her mistakes? I don't see it. I don't hear her saying, I messed up. I'm sorry.
That's a great question. It's almost like you've got to throw everything on the table and unjuggle it and tell the truth so that they can move forward with answers that they need. And there's a lot of answers they don't have. Maybe because you don't want to give them, maybe because you're ashamed, you're embarrassed. I don't know what that is. But they have a right to know the answers to the questions. I don't understand why you're not telling them the truth.
I am telling the truth.
Okay, so...
Like I told Catherine, I told her who her father is. And I've been telling you that for years.
So Where's the birth certificate that says that he's the dad?
He's not on the birth certificate.
Of course. So how can you say with certainty that this guy is her father? And she has a right at 24 years old to know who her dad is. I get that you're scared, and everybody goes through fear. Then you have to own that fear. You have to own up and stand up and say you made mistakes and what those mistakes are. And you have to come clean, because if you don't own the mistakes, you can't move on, and they can't move on. They're in limbo. So talk to each one of them. Go down the line and talk to them. These are your kids.
And I said that I'm a proud mother of 6.
You are a proud mother, right? But they're not proud of you.
And I'm a proud grandmother, too. But I don't have no relationship with my grandkids.
How can you have a relationship with my kids if I don't trust you to hurt them in the same way that you hurt me? I will protect my kids because that is my job as a mother. Why? Why lie about my father? Why do what you did to Aaron? Why treat Aaron differently? Why continue to have kids? Why drag us into the, like, if you couldn't take care of us, if you couldn't handle it, if you didn't want to be a mother, if you wanted to live your life carefree, why not just auction us all off? Give us a chance at a normal life.
I was wrong, but I was trying to support and help my children.
Look at me. Look at me. You can own anything you want to own. Okay? This is your chance. It's not somebody else's fault. It's yours. Own it. And start the building blocks if that's what you want. If you want a relationship with your grandkids, if you want a relationship with your own kid, then you have to own it. Now own up and stand up and be counted. Do the right things. Again, if that's what you want. If you don't, you say, Robert, I'm done. I don't want a relationship. I don't care. When we come back...
You don't want a relationship with your other sister and brother?
No. Stop doing that. Stop. Stop pinning us against each other. You have been using our sibling as pawns. When I ran away, you tried to make him hate me. Like it was my fault.
My littlest brother calling her names on the phone and cussing her out because you can't have a conversation with her.
So, is there anything you want to say to your kids?
I'm hoping that we could things could change, so we can make our lives a lot more better.
Okay.
So you're just gonna say change and then just poof, family.
Everything's good.
Kumbaya.
I'm happy with my family. I have the people I want. I have my dad. I have everybody I need. So I'm fine. I'm happy. My life is great.
But it doesn't look like it's great. No. It doesn't look like it's great, Kalia.
As long as we have each other, we're great.
Exactly.
You don't want a relationship with your other sister and brother?
No. Stop doing that. Stop. Stop pinning us against each other. You have been using our sibling as pawns. When I ran away, you tried to make him hate me. Like it was my fault.
My littlest brother calling her names on the phone and cussing her out because you can't have a conversation with her because she doesn't want to have anything to do with you.
Here's the be-all and end-all. I don't think you've got any answers.
I won't. I am at peace that this will never be resolved. Okay. That she will put herself on this great pedestal and be innocent of what's happened. Like, this is not my fault. We're victims of circumstance. Like, somehow, some way, it's Aaron's fault he was born the way he was. She put herself up for adoption, and I tried to commit suicide because I was just a dramatic 14-year-old.
So here's the thing. Look at you guys. You guys have to have the relationship. You guys have to carry forward. You're a very strong individual. You really are. Okay? You go through, all of you are, but you specifically, Tiffany, you have gone through a huge amount of stuff, right? And you have come out, and I'm listening to you, how articulate you are, how smart you are, what a great mom you are, what a great sister you are. You have taken on the role of the mom, because that's what you've done. And I think for me, I don't think this is ever going to mend, because I don't think your mother is ever going to confess to the things that she did wrong, and that's a shame. But I take peace, and I take resolution in looking at you three. And whatever happens here, if anything happens, You've got to figure out as a 20-year-old, are you going to stay in and fight with your mother all the time? Or are you going to find your place in the world? Are you going to go out, get a job, work hard, and do the things that you want to do? Because at the end of the day, you're your own man now, right? I want to thank you guys so much for coming and sharing. And there's a lot of pain, but there's a lot of joy right there. There really is. I want to wish you the best of luck.
I'm so happy. I haven't seen my baby brother since he was 2, so it's really nice.
It was nice to see my sisters, though. I mean, they kind of weird as hell, but I love my sisters, man. I wouldn't trade them for anything.
Like, you have no choice.
Yeah, you're stuck with us.
We stuck with you.
You're a baby brother. You're always going to be our baby brother.
Still to come.
Henry, you were probably one of my most worrisome guests.
I just make sure she takes the sleeping medicine so she doesn't leave me at night.
Is that crazy or what?
I don't care. For everything she's done to me, she deserves that.
So what have you done to change?
Don't go away.
Closed captioning for the Robert Irvine Show is provided by... Welcome back. Remember Henry and Maddie? They're on the show because Henry's controlling ways. Take a look at this clip.
My fiance is super controlling. I'm not allowed to have social media because he's afraid I might be talking to people. He will call me a whore, a slut, bitch, all that.
Says here he checks your private parts to see if you've had sex with somebody else. What does he do? I'm confused.
I mean...
Is that crazy or what?
I just make sure she takes the sleeping medicine so she doesn't leave me at night. I'm pissed off. I'm tired. I've been going through this for so long that I just don't know what to do anymore.
You're allowing abusive behavior to you, and that's normal to you right now. It's not normal in this world. Sorry, it's not. Please welcome Henry and Maddie back to the show. Welcome back. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. So, I have to start with, Henry, you were probably one of my most worrisome guests. Because of the way you controlled Maddie, the way you give her sleeping pills, the way you would check her private parts so she'd have sex with nobody else. So much so, you know, I stopped the show, right? And I said to you, hey, you need help.
Yeah, I did need help. I took it. Definitely helped me out a lot since then. I've changed.
So what have you done to change?
A lot. I've started taking counseling since then.
Right.
To help out with some of my anger and trust issues. And since then, I've started working, and I'm getting my own place. Yeah,
so are you working? That's great. I love that. So, Maddie, how have you seen... Because remember I said to you, you know, this is a dangerous, toxic relationship. How have you seen the change in Henry since he's been counseling and doing all this stuff?
He's been a lot more relaxed. I think he's just been more in touch with himself and how he feels about things. So I think our relationship's just gone a lot more smoother. We're able to really communicate when we
definitely not as arguing.
Talk. Yeah. We used to, you know,
so you don't do the sleeping pills anymore?
No.
You know, you're not worried that she's climbing out of windows?
I trust her now, yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
Because that was the biggest thing, right? You didn't trust her? You know, to me, I think you're a smart young man. You worry me a lot. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't know what you were so distraught and so anxious and upset and controlling. That worried me for not only Maddie, but other people. And now I see sitting in front of me a completely different person. So what happened after you left the show?
Well, we got in a little bit of an argument just from, like, this crazy trip out here so fast and everything. And we took a space, like, we broke up. And, like, for a week, she moved back to her house. And we just kind of didn't talk. And then after a while, we started talking again. And then realized that we needed each other. And that we both needed to change. Because it was mostly me. And I hold myself accountable for that. But some of it was her doing.
Yeah.
And you've dealt with that, right?
Right. And I think just coming to the show brought a lot of it to the light to me that it was a normal behavior for other relationships. So after we just, like, took a step back from our relationship and took a little bit of time, we were able to come back and just be better than ever.
Well, I have to say something. I'm very proud. I'm very proud that, and I'm not just saying this, I'm very proud that you listened, number one, and you got counseling, number two, and you start to see who you are and the relationship you can have if you trust people. All right? Now, Maddie, it's up to you to make sure that you help and nurture him to continue that growth. I love you got a job.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Back to school.
You go back to school?
Yeah.
Awesome. What are you going to study? Business. I wish you the best, and we'll keep in contact, right? Yes. Because I want to see you thrive together. Stay with us. We'll be right back. That's great to see you, man. Today we're talking to people who are at a major crossroads and in need of guidance to make the right choice for their life. Whether it be a family in turmoil or a relationship in crisis, it all comes down to committing to a new path that best serves you. Don't shortchange yourself and never, ever think that you don't deserve happiness and a fulfilling life. I want to thank today's guest for being here as a teaching tool for all of us as we navigate through life's challenges. Thanks for watching, and if you have a comment or a question, log on to the Robert Irvine Show Facebook page, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Oh, love you. Love you.